Hello, I'm Enoch Lakobe, the founder and CEO of Credit Phenomenon. Now that you've received your 10 tips underlying the specific and strategic plan of improving your credit score, you're probably confused as to what should be your next step. As it pertains to the PDF that we've emailed out to you, there is a breakdown of 5 different components that make up your credit score. Those components are key to understanding exactly how to improve your credit score. The first components in that PDF is payment history. Now, this is very important because it comprises of 35% of your overall total credit score. You want to make sure you pay all your bills on time, whether it's mortgage, auto loan, credit cards, whatever the case may be. You want to make sure you make all those payments on time. Typically, you want to stay in a 98 all the way to 100%. Do not drop below that. You have to stay perfect for it to start positively impacting your score. The number 2 component in that PDF is credit utilization. Now, this makes up 30% of your total credit score. I personally like to call this the 30-30 because it makes up 30% of your overall credit score, and you have to stay under 30% utilization on your credit. So basically, for example, if Capital One extended $1,000 to you on a credit card, you want to make sure that you only use $300 or less on that credit card. If you use more and let that report on a reporting date, then it will negatively impact your score. You report 30% or under, it will impact your score positively. Typically, we like to push our clients to stay under 10% because there's different thresholds. Once you reach that the 10% and under threshold, people typically see the credit score jump up tremendously. In that same token, Capital One extend $1,000 to you. Staying under 10% means that you will only be using $100 out of the $1,000. Using more ticks off the creditors, the bankers, and it lets them know that maybe you're cash short, you're living based on the credit that they extended out to you. Now, the third component in that PDF is payment history. This comprises of 15% of your overall total credit score. What you want to make sure is those old accounts that you have reporting on your credit, you want to make sure that you keep those open for as long as possible. For example, you may have a credit card that you've opened and you don't currently use the credit card anymore. Instead of going ahead and closing that account, what you do is you maybe make a purchase with it, maybe pay gas or groceries with it once a month just to keep it active. What that does for your credit is that it reports that backdated age, which impacts your score positively. So you want to make sure any old accounts that you may have to keep it open and do not close them. Here is why we favor credit cards more than personal loans. With personal loans, let's say you have $1,000 extended out to you. You spend a year paying it off. After you pay that off, that account will then be closed, which will actually drop your credit score. Same as the auto loan. If you have a $20,000 auto loan, after you pay it off, the account will close. It will drop your score. You want to make sure that you have credit cards that if you pay it off, it still reports, and it reports in utilization. So you get points added to your credit score on 2 different components, which can improve your score tremendously. Now, the fourth component, which this makes up 10% of your credit score, is new credit. With new credit, is basically tacking on credits inside your credit score. What you typically want to have is about 10 different accounts or more reporting on your credit, whether it's mortgage, credit cards, whatever the case may be. What we push our clients here at Credit Phenomenon is to have at least 10 different credit cards tacked onto their name so that they can have a consistent reporting payment on their credit. And this will give them that boost on the credit score. Now, the fifth component, which also is 10% of your overall total credit score, is mixed credit. Mixed credit is basically having an overall total of credit cards, mortgage, personal loan, auto loan, whatever other loan there is, having a mixture of credits and managing those properly, paying them off every month, keeping the utilization low helps your credit tremendously. This shows lenders that you are a responsible borrower and you can manage your credit all across the board. Also, it gives your credit the strength that it needs to have more credit extended out to you from the creditors. Now, I want to make sure that we speak about the elephant in the room. This is derogatory marks. A lot of people leave this out, but these are the most important thing to take on and attack first before even applying each of those 5 components and trying to build your credit score. Not taking care of derogatory marks is kind of like spinning wheels. You won't get anywhere. You can do your best at taking on these 5 components, but once you have a derogatory mark on your credit report, you're viewed by the lenders as a risky borrower, and that's something you want to definitely avoid. A derogatory mark is a collection, an eviction, repossession, bankruptcy, medical bill, backed child support, anything in a realm that puts you in a negative light in front of those banks. For example, you want to get that car you've been eyeing, and you go to a lender, you ask them for an auto loan, but they look at your report and they see that you have a repossession in the past. You're viewed as a risky borrower. Let's say you want a credit card, but as we see that you have a credit card in collection, to the lenders, the bankers, you are viewed as a risky borrower. Let's say you want to get that apartment, better neighborhood, so your children can attend better schools, and to see that you have an eviction prior to that application, you're viewed as a risky tenant. So it's very important to take on these derogatory marks. And that is exactly what we do here at Credit Phenomenon. We specialize at disputing and removing all those negative items from your credit report so they never haunt you ever again. Fixing your credit can be a long journey. Here at Credit Phenomenon, we believe that a long journey begins with a single step. That's why we pride ourselves in holding your hands throughout the whole process so that your credit is not only restored, but also you understand the key components to finance. Our process starts with clicking the I want my free consultation button below so that one of our credit experts can reach out to you. Our credit expert will provide you with a free consultation going over your personal credit report. You will receive valuable information tailored to your specific profile with the goal of improving your credit score. Only if you choose to do so, you can allow us, credit experts, to hold your hand step by step and doing most of the heavy lifting just like we did for our other clients. Click the I want my free consultation button, enter your phone number, and one of our credit experts will reach out to you guys so you can be on your way to buying the house that you've been eyeing, that vehicle. You can get more credit line extended to you or whatever the case may be. Thank you very much.
My trip is better than yours. I've been thinking about the yours.